The Mandalorian and Grogu. Will the hit TV show The Mandalorian translate to the big screen and have such a big splash with fans as the TV show did? That's what we're talking about today on You're Watching a Movie with Silas Lindenstein.
You're watching a movie with Silas.
Folks, I think we can all agree that when The Mandalorian first came out as a TV show on Disney Plus, we had hopes for a Star Wars future that was going to be bright and glorious. And whatever you think of the TV show as it went on, I think that first season was just pretty mind blowing. Then to see how it was made in a little studio, a very small studio with some kind of new technology, that was impressive. So give them a big budget, and what are they going to do with it? That was the question that's coming out, and the answer's here. As The Mandalorian and Grogu hit the theaters Memorial Day weekend, and everyone got to go and see if it could live up, I don't know, to the hype, but to the hope. Now, if you know me, you know I'm a big Star Wars fan. I am the go-to person. I think that I have never been asked for my thoughts on a film as much as during Memorial Day weekend. People asking, "So you saw it? What did you think? What'd you think?" And so I'm here to tell you. Did I enjoy it? Sure. Yeah. Enjoy the world. Enjoy the fun. It was a fun ride. I don't know though if it was movie worthy. And I'm not sure if that's the plot. Certainly the special effects. The special effects were they were huge. They were overblown. I knew that they could never afford to do this film on TV. Not for a good budget, right? They needed to recoup these costs in the theater. But the story, is it a story that is worthy of a movie? When I think about Star Wars movies, you got the Skywalker saga, right? Each one is a big, important film. The universe is on the line. So with the biggest stakes possible, that's what the movie's for. And even in the smaller films, like the Solo story, it was a guide about how did Han Solo get here. It's a story that wanted to be told. Rogue One, the in between movie, the movie that takes place between trilogies, right? How did we get from here to there? What was that story? And that one certainly had life or death stakes throughout it. Where does The Mandalorian and Grogu fit in that kind of high stakes world? Now, the description generally of it, just pulled up the internet real quick. Let me read this to you. The evil empire has fallen, but imperial warlords remain scattered throughout the galaxy. As the fledgling New Republic works to protect everything the rebellion fought for, they enlist the help of the legendary Mandalorian bounty hunter, Din Djarin, and his young apprentice, Grogu. And I think if you think about it, it sums up the problem. Now, I think that sounds to me like one of the books I read, the expanded universe books of Star Wars, where it's like, oh, this is what that's about. But there would be a second paragraph to say like, but when the Mandalorian runs into the people of this, he has to save their lives, or all the Ewoks will perish, or something. What the movie doesn't have is that. It doesn't have this super high stakes that makes me go, well, why are we here? Why are we watching this film? It felt to me, and I did learn later that this was originally going to be a season 4. They scrapped it to make a movie. And, that's worked out for Disney in the past. I believe they did with either Toy Story 2 or 3, one of those that expanded into a whole movie. But this one, it felt like, I think the great thing about Mandalorian show has been, it was kind of like, reminds me of the TV show Kung Fu, Guy wanders into the next town, or the Incredible Hulk, the TV show, wanders to the next town. There's a little adventure there and goes on. Okay. Yeah, there's stakes, but they're like little stakes about the town, saving the little family. And a movie can be about that too. But for the scale, the grand scale that Star Wars has brought for expectations, I think you expect a big impact. The world's going to be on the line. The universe is going to be on the line for this. And I just didn't feel like that was. Or you got to see some big character changes, right? Some big discoveries. And I don't think you see that. I mean, there's a supporting character that there's one of the Hutts. There's a Hutt involved in this, which is kind of neat. And if you watch some of the expanded universe stuff, the Hutts actually can move and they get involved in some things. And so that was fun to see on the screen, a little silly feeling. I mean, yeah, it's all CGI, but of course you couldn't hire a human to do Jabba, not Jabba, but you're going to do a human Hutt. But there's something almost naturally comical, it seems, about the Hutts and the Hutt size, like the way we have them working, that as much of a threat. It's kind of the people around them, their bodyguards, but it's tough when you don't take the villain, the villainy person as a big threat. And this movie is generally about, we see the Mandalorian, how he's like, he's trying to change his ways. And as far as he's always seemed to follow the moral path, right? But he won't take a job from a gangster. He's trying to work for the New Republic and make the world a better place, probably for who he sees as his son, Grogu. But I look, I enjoyed it. I watched it. I think it went by quick. What is it? What's the length on this? 2 hours and 12 minutes. I kind of think it went by pretty quick. I enjoyed it. The trailer seemed excruciatingly long. That was a long time. So like I enjoyed it, but here's the thing: like I am a huge Star Wars guy. I talk about it all the time. Like I talk to people about these movies. I get excited, and I didn't talk. I'm 4 days out. I've still not talked to my wife about the film. I just forgot. Like, I mean, it's kind of like, oh yeah, I did see that, but someone else had to bring it up. Like, did you see it? Like, oh yeah, well, yeah, it was, yeah, it's okay. It was fun. But I didn't, and maybe, is that wrong that I should expect my mind to be blown? It shouldn't. I don't normally, but I want it to mean something. I don't need the stuff to be about the Force and lightsabers and everything. That's nice. It's the world. It's the part of the world I like the most, I would say. I like the Force. I like the philosophies involved. And as much as you don't get as much of that because Grogu can't really talk yet, as far as we can see. But I wanted more from it. I wanted some philosophy, at least, pushing that there. And there was just, it's like it was trying to sit between being a TV show and a movie. Like it didn't know what to do. It's limited by the length of 2 hours and 12 minutes, but but nothing explosive things aren't happening. Now there's some exciting scenes, some action, some fighting, some chase, all that. It's those things that you would expect, but it's everything that binds them together, like the Force. You wanted to bind it together into something really dramatic, especially for a movie. I mean, we're spending millions and millions of dollars, right? I mean, what is it? I don't know how much it is. Probably it's got to be $100 million budget. I don't know. Just guessing. That's a minimum, right? It's like a minimum wage movie at this point. So I want a bit more. I wanted to get excited about it. And I almost, like, I wished it was a TV series. I wish it was season 4 so that we could have a payoff each week about this section. And you could almost see, like, I could have easily seen 4 to 6 episodes easily. And I think they would have had more impact. I think it would have been more impact because you're going for these little mini stories each week. And instead, this one's kind of relying on it being a big story as far as the movie, and it's not there. I love hearing Pedro Pascal's voice, even behind a helmet. Well, he's got it going on, right? Does his face show up in it? I'm not going to spoil that. Have you seen the trailer? I don't know. Grogu was cute, as always. Sometimes too cute, you know? It's like, you know, there's times that it doesn't make sense that he's there. Like, well, why'd you bring him on this? He's not very much help for being a Force-sensitive character. You think he'd be a little more helpful. Also, look, Star Wars alone breaks all rules of physics, right? But I think there is, in the world of the play, in the world of Star Wars, there are some rules of physics. As long as you stay within those rules, we're fine. We don't have a problem. And I did not feel like they honored that promise to us. There were at least 4 times in the movie that I go, well, that's ridiculous. Like, talking to myself in the theater, full theater, but talking to myself, this is ridiculous. That's like, what? He should not survive that. They should have fallen the way that fell. That doesn't even make sense for that type of device. The problem is we've seen all of these Star Wars devices, AT-ATs, AT-ATs, ATSTs. We've seen them. So, I don't know. And I'm the nerd, right? I'm the big nerd who knows how some of these are supposed to work. And Jon Favreau directed it, and you're like, well, but John's a big old nerd, right? He knows all of this. And so, like, why'd you let that go? Did someone push you? Did someone tell you to do that? I feel like you were kind of, I don't know, forced into it. Anyway, the box office is out, opened 100 million domestically, 163 million globally. I guess a bunch of fans, families went to see it more than fans. And that's the thing. Like, another reviewer mentioned this, how he had a friend who thinks it's the worst thing in the world, was the worst movie. And I know who he was speaking of. And he has people that have gone to see it 3 times. It's a fun, I could see why this is a fun film. And yes, I get the idea that Star Wars is made for kids. I will disagree with that to some things. We can debate that at a different time. But I can see why kids will definitely enjoy it and have fun. If your kids can handle the animated violence and some slight scariness. My kids, a little much for them, but other people's kids probably really enjoy it. But, the best films kind of work at all ages. And that's where I don't know that this does work. I don't know if it's my least favorite. It's not. It can't be the least favorite. Rise of Skywalker will forever haunt me as the least favorite. But certainly of the solo, separate, Star Wars story adventures, that it's probably down there as far as that goes. If I were, I'll give it a like it, right? In my love it, like it, or lose it methodology for rating, I'm going to give it a like it. It's fine. Give it a 13. It's okay. It's nice seeing the world. It's nice, like visiting friends for the weekend. It's good to be there. Let's do it again next year. But it reminds me of when I got a VRBO with some family friends, and we were getting it by the water because like, oh, look, there's a little beach outside. And then we got there and it's like a rocky beach. Like it's all hard rocks. And so it's not really, oh, this is what I meant by beach. Like it's not sand. That's rock. Yeah, we can be by the water, and technically it was by the water, but we're probably going to go somewhere else to spend our time. So I went there and like, oh, that was Star Wars. And it was the Mandalorian and Grogu, but I'm okay. What's the next movie? But at least I didn't get mad. It's got that up from Rise of Skywalker, not just angry and disappointed. It didn't hurt my heart, but it didn't fill it. And I want to be filled. I want you to bring my Star Wars heart. I want my Star Wars heart to be injected with happiness, with the Force. And I want to remember what it was like to be a kid again. And this is more like, this is like Christmas when you're like 24 and you open it up and it's, and they gave you pans. And you're like, well, yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, I could use some pans. You used to give me fun things. But now it's pans, but it's still Christmas. I still got something I didn't pay for. So I should be happy. I'm happy. I was given it was a thoughtful gesture. It's just not what I'm used to at this time of year. Like you didn't even put candy in it. Like if you put the pot had some Hershey's Kisses or something, that would have been something. Anyway, I give it a 13 out of 20. Roll the dice. That's what you got. Okay. I like it. It's rated PG-13, as you would expect. Sci-fi fantasy, of course. Star Wars, The Mandalorian and Grogu, playing in theaters everywhere. Go see it. May the Force be with you. Thank you for listening to me rant, but mostly thank you for watching a movie with Silas Lindenstein.
You're watching a movie with Silas Lindenstein in the theaters you find.